Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Amanda, and today I wanted to talk to you about confidence, about self-esteem, about self-love, all that stuff. If you haven't been feeling like yourself lately, maybe you have a lot going on, maybe you just went through a bad breakup or, whatever, or you just haven't really felt like you've ever really had confidence or a really high self-esteem before, then this video is perfect for you. I am going to give you some tips and things that I've learned throughout my life that I feel like if you implement into your life, you will see a major difference. So if you're interested in seeing that, keep on watching. Bye guys. Okay, so before we get started, I wanted to say that whenever you're applying these to your life, it may take time and it is a process. This isn't something that's just going to happen overnight. It's something that takes work. It's something that, you really have to work at to be more confident and to have a higher self-esteem and, to really learn to love yourself. So I don't want you to think that just because you do all this stuff in one day that everything's going to change, because it won't. It's going to take some time. So yeah, then let's get started. So the first thing that I wanted to talk about, what is a glow up? We all see those videos where it's like, oh, 24-hour glow up or whatever, and they change their appearance drastically and they look great, and so it's going from something that most people would consider not that good or whatever, to something better. It's a glow up. So if we do that with our appearance, most of us do it every day whenever we get ready or whatever, then I feel like we need to look inside of ourselves and see if we can glow up our soul, because that is our being. That's something that's very important, way more important than our appearance. Okay, so that's first getting started. So first thing that I want to talk about is the way that you talk to yourself. And I always heard that the way that you talk to yourself is so important, but whenever I would try to talk to myself like that, I would never believe it, and so I would just stop doing it. And I feel like it's so important to talk to yourself the way that you would talk to your best friend, talk to your mom, or whatever, because your mind is so powerful. And if you're constantly thinking things like, I'm so ugly, I'm so fat, I'm so skinny, or whatever, your mind, or if you even joke around about it, like joke around about bad things about yourself, your mind is going to just cling on to that, and it's going to hold on to it, and it can become something really serious. And I truly believe that the way that you talk to yourself, the way that you joke around about yourself, everything matters. And even if you don't believe it at first, if you continually, it's just like a running movie in your head, I'm beautiful, I'm smart, I'm confident, like I can do it, like whatever, then eventually if you're doing it for long enough, your mind's gonna be like, all right, okay, I guess, yeah, sure, you keep telling me, okay, yeah, I guess I'm strong, I guess I'm beautiful, okay. I really believe that, and that's something that really worked for me, because I would even like joke around about like, oh, I'm trash or whatever, and I really feel like my mind didn't know the difference between a joke and between being serious. And after making all those jokes and after doing that, it really did start to affect me, and I had to stop the way that I was talking about myself, jokes, serious, anything, and what I would tell myself. And I think that that's really important, and I feel like that's the first step. Okay, it just started raining outside, so hopefully it doesn't get too loud, y'all can't hear it or anything. But the second thing I want to talk about is understanding who you are, like inside. Knowing that you are a good person no matter what anyone says, no matter what anyone does to you. I think that whenever things are done to us or said to us, we believe it. And if you have a great understanding of who you are and you are proud of who you are, then there's nothing that anyone can tell you, there's nothing that anyone can do to you to change that and to change your perception of who you are internally. And if you feel like you don't like what you see on the inside, you don't like how you treat your friends, you don't like how you treat your partner, things like that, then that's something that you do need to work on. If you don't really love who you are on the inside, then you need to take a deeper look into why. Like, what is it that I don't like about myself? Because the times that I've been the most insecure in my own life were the times that I was doing something I shouldn't have been doing. I didn't like the way that I was behaving or whatever. And, if someone would be like, hey, you're this, I would be like, yeah, you're right, or something like that. And it would hurt me so much more than now. I know who I am. I know I'm a good person. I know my intentions. I know the type of person I am. So no one can tell me anything about me except for me, And I think that that's so important. I think that that's so important because when you have that confidence that I know who I am, you can't tell me who I am and who I'm not, because I know. I know for sure. I know that I treat my friends good. I know I treat my family good. I know I treat my partner good. I know that I know what I do. I know I'm a good person. So, and you can take comfort in that no matter what anyone says. And that is so crucial in confidence, is that understanding of who you are. And if you don't like who you are, or you're unsure, you need to take a deeper look as to why. And I think that that's really important. Okay, the next thing that I want to talk about is stop looking for outside validation from others. It's really nice whenever we hear from other people, oh, you're so beautiful, or oh, you're such a good person, or oh, whatever. And we all as humans want to hear that. And that's understandable, that's natural. But if you are relying everything on how you view your appearance, how you view your soul, how you view everything off of what other people are telling you, whenever it's gone, you're going to be at a loss. Or whenever someone tells you something that you don't like, or something that really hurts you, it's going to kill you, and whenever all the likes and the comments and whatever are gone, what are you going to do? You're going to have nothing. You're not going to know how you feel about your appearance. You're not going to know who you are as a person and stuff, because you're relying everything off of what other people are saying, And I think that that's so important, because as nice as compliments are and as nice as everything is, you cannot validate yourself through what other people are saying about you. You have to validate yourself through what you're saying about you, what you're showing yourself, and what you're doing, not what other people are saying. Compliments are nice, but that is not what your soul, like, everything should be based on, is what other people say. It's not, and it can't be all the gratification that you get about yourself is from other people, because it's not going to be there all the time, and there are going to be a lot of things that happen, especially like, let's say you're in a relationship and, all that you're basing off of how you feel about your body and everything is based off of what your partner says about you. What happens if y'all break up? What happens if something bad happens, like they cheat on you, or, whatever the case, or it just doesn't work out? What are you going to do then? Really, like you have to have an understanding of who you are and be able to validate yourself. So, and you can appreciate compliments and stuff, but you cannot base everything off of them. That you just can't do it. You're gonna be at a loss eventually. You will. Okay, so the next thing, and I feel like probably is the most important thing, is taking care of yourself. And by that, I don't mean taking bubble baths, shaving your legs, doing all that stuff. I'm talking about taking care of yourself in the way of self-care, by working out, by eating right, doing everything that you possibly know that you can do to take care of yourself, so you give yourself a fighting chance to feel good about yourself. Because if you're not doing anything about your body or about your mind or about your heart, and you have so many ill feelings towards yourself, but it's going to make things 20 times worse when you know that you're not doing anything to help it. If you are doing everything that you can to take care of yourself, it will give you a power that you won't even believe, because you know that no, I'm giving it my best shot. I'm doing everything that I can to take care of myself and to feel good about myself. I'm not just laying down and giving up. you know? And let's say that you have a lot of things about you that you're very insecure about. We all do, you know? And that's something that's normal, you know, and especially if it's something that you can't change, you know. And an example that I would think about is, this is the only body that we're given, right? Well, that we know of. And this is your home. This is what you take with you everywhere. You know, this is what you're going to live in for the rest of your life. Okay, so your body's your home. Now let's talk about your actual home, where you live. If there were some things about your house, maybe your room is small, maybe there's some squeaky floorboards, you know, whatever, there's some imperfections in your house, would you just burn down your whole house just because of the squeaky floorboards? Would you tear down your whole house just because your room is small? No, you wouldn't do that. So why would you burn down and tear down your home, your body, just because of some imperfections? Which imperfections, you know? I mean, really, like why tear down your whole being over things that you can't change? And imperfections that probably only you see, you know, like you cannot burn down your whole self over these things. You wouldn't do that to your home. And this is your home. It's what you're going to be living in for the rest of your life. And I mean, I feel like that is just something that's so important. It really is, to look at your body as your home. And don't burn down your home just because of a few imperfections. Please, just don't do that to yourself. You know, like, you're worth so much more than that. You really are. Okay, the next thing is removing toxic people out of your life. And, you know, I was talking about before how you have to be your own validation and stuff like that. But I think it is important, the people that you surround yourself with. Because if you are constantly hearing something, or if you're constantly treated some way, no matter the most confident person in the world, it's going to take an effect on them, you know? And if someone is mistreating you, if someone is hurting you, if they're saying things to you constantly and you are exposed to that, there is the rain. I don't know if y'all can hear that, but it is loud. You know, like that will take its toll on you. You're a human being. It's going to take its toll on you. And an example that I like to think about is, let's say you spent so much time working so hard to buy a Rolex watch. You know, you spent so much time working, you spent so much money, and you're so proud of this watch. And you have this watch, and then you have a friend that comes over and they take your watch and they're throwing it around, they're scratching up the face of it, they're just like have no care in the world for it. What would you do in that situation? You'd be like, dude, that's my watch. Like, I worked so hard for that. What are you doing? Stop. Or you just kick them out, you know? And I feel like that's what you have to do with your confidence and your self-image and your self-love. If you see that someone has no care in the world for you or for what you've worked so hard to create, and they're throwing your watch around, figuratively speaking, you know, like if they're just throwing it around and have no care for it, then you're either going to tell them to stop, or you're leaving, or you're gone. And that's for relationships, that's for friendships, because, you know, we've all been in a situation where we've been friends with someone, but, you know, the side shots and the, you know, talking behind the back and all that stuff like that, where they're not really your friend. We all know people like that, and we all probably have people like that in our lives. And it's important to, if you can't get away from them, you know, like you work with them or you go to school with them or whatever, you need to find a way to distance yourself emotionally from those people or physically from those people, because they're no good. They're no good. Like they're just taking your Rolex watch and they're just throwing it around, you know, and you worked hard. You're going to work hard for your confidence. You're going to work hard to love yourself, for your self-esteem. And if they have not a care in the world for it and are mistreating you, bye. Something that I also think that is super important with confidence is Knowing that no matter who comes in and out of your life, family, friends, relationships, anything like that, knowing that you will be okay no matter what happens, like you are okay alone, or you are okay if things don't work out between you and whoever. I think that that's so important because, you know, of course we need relationships in our lives with friends and family and, you know, and everything like that, but you will have a confidence about you and it will make your self-esteem skyrocket if you know that you're going to be okay no matter what happens. And I guarantee you it will improve that relationship because you know, they will see that you don't need them. You don't, because you're going to be okay no matter what happens. And I think that that's so important because, you know, you will be okay. It may be hard, and it could be hard for a long time, but you're still going to be breathing. You're still going to do the things that you know that you have to get done. And you don't need them. You will be okay, you know? And once you have that confidence about you that no matter who comes in and out of my life, I am going to be okay, no one can tell you anything, and you will not put up with anything that you don't need to, which resorts back to the removing toxic people from your life. And I guarantee you will not put up with half the stuff that you do now if you start looking at, you know what, I might love you, I might care for you as a friend, you know, whatever, but if you feel like things aren't right or you're being mistreated or whatever and you gotta go, you know you're gonna be okay. And you're not gonna put up with anything anymore. Especially whenever you're putting so much work and time and effort into being happy with yourself and, you know, doing so much for yourself to be happy and to love yourself, you're not gonna put up with nonsense. You're not gonna put up with all that, you know, and you know you're gonna be okay. And people will feel bad about you, and some people might not like it. Some people might not like how confident you are that you will be okay without them, no matter what. You may love them, but you're gonna be okay, you know, and that is something that's so important. I really think that that's something that's so important when it comes to any kind of relationship in your life or any kind of job in your life or any kind of anything. If you know I'm gonna be okay no matter what, I know that I can pull through no matter what happens, you know, like I will not be mistreated. I won't go through this, you know, because I know I'm gonna be okay. I don't need you. I don't need this job. Like, I can find something else, you know, then the sky is the limit. The sky is the limit. All right, so the next thing is something that I still implement into my life all the time, and I have to go on social media cleanses constantly. And I feel like it's important to stay off of social media, especially if you're going through a lot of confidence issues, a lot of self-esteem issues. And it's not so much about, you know, the pictures that you see of other people that may make you feel insecure or whatever. I think that there are a lot of memes, and I think that there are a lot of just toxic things in social media that can make you feel really bad about yourself. And for me, it's those are the things that really get to me, is like, you know, memes about bodies and memes about all these things and what people have everyone's opinions on what people should look like, and, you know, all that stuff like that. I think that that's something that really gets to me. And I mean, I'll go like 2 weeks where I don't get on any social media. I haven't done it in a while, but if I feel myself like not feeling right, then that's the first thing that I start to do. And I usually immediately see a huge difference within a day or two. And you know, and then if you are on social media or you can't get off of social media for some reason, maybe your job or whatever, I think that it's important to try to surround yourself, like through social media, like what you're around and what you're constantly looking at, with positive things. And with, you know, if you can control it, try to distance yourself as far away as you can from things that may be like triggering to you, you know, or just people that you just don't want to associate with, that make you feel bad, that are constantly making fun of other people, or, you know, whatever. I think that that's something that's really important, is taking a break with social media when you need it, and if you're on it, then creating a positive environment for yourself. and super important. I highly suggest it. That's something that you will see I cannot talk this evening. What is going on with me? I think you'll see a difference pretty soon. I mean, at least for me, I see a huge difference. And I know that my best friend, she does the same thing, and she'll be like, wow, I feel so much better. Like, I feel so much better. And I really think that that works. I really do. But yeah. Okay, the last thing that I want to talk about is going out of your comfort zone. And that can mean so many different things for so many people. You know, for me, it was starting to go to the gym and do things that I was never an athlete, you know, and I kind of made another video talking about that, but, you know, doing something that I never thought I could do. You know, I never thought I could work out. I never thought I'd be into that stuff. That I thought I'd totally embarrass myself going to the gym. And once I started doing it, I'm like, wow, I can do it. I can do this. I'm strong enough to be able to do something that I thought my whole life that I wouldn't be able to do, you know. And I think that that's with anything, is just taking risk, you know, and stepping outside of your comfort zone, you know, because even if it doesn't work out well, at least you can be like, I was strong enough to push myself out of my comfort zone and show myself I can try this. Like, I can do it. You know, I'm a lot more than I give myself credit for. And I think that that's something that you'll see a huge difference if you are implementing that into your life. And I'm not talking about like going skydiving. I mean, you can. I mean, if you want to, you know, but like I'm talking about things that, you know, like taking that job or applying for that job, or, you know, like going to the gym, or just doing things that you never really felt like you could do, because you can do them. Even if it doesn't work out the way that you wanted it to, at least you can say, I tried it, I did it, and I never felt like I would be able to. And and that will bring a confidence about you that, girl, boy, whoever, you will see a huge difference if you do that. I promise you. I promise you. All right, guys, it's starting to rain a lot harder outside, so I probably should wrap this up. But I feel like those are some key things that are so important to growing your confidence, growing your self-esteem, starting to begin to love yourself and know how you need to be treated and how you should treat yourself. I think that those are something that you will see a major difference in if you start implementing them in your life. And if you want this to start maybe becoming a series or something where, you know, I give my input on some things that, you know, like most of us don't really want to talk about, you know, that maybe you're struggling with, then, you know, and I do it every once in a while, I would love to do something like that, maybe like a little glow up for the soul series, I don't know, but, you know, like if you're interested in something like that, let me know. Message me, whatever. I would be totally interested in doing something like that. You know, give me some topics if you want. I'm totally open to suggestions. But yeah, I hope that this helps. You know, if you have any questions, let me know. And yeah, bye guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Okay. All right, bye.